What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Let's get down to the situation. I know you guys have already seen, everybody has been talking about Tasha K going live, baby. Tasha K did something a little bit different this time. I thought Tasha K was gonna come out there and be, her natural self that she usually is on YouTube, and she was gonna start saying that what she usually says, and she was gonna crack jokes, and she was gonna laugh, and she was gonna act like it wasn't bothering her, like it wasn't that big. And basically, we didn't see that from Tasha K. We got a whole new Tasha K. We got a whole different Tasha K. So I wonder if this Tasha K that we seen tonight on her YouTube channel, is that going to be the Tasha K moving forward? Is she going to change the way she speaks, change the way she talk? Is she going to change the way that she put her material up? Because she came on there like a businesswoman, baby. She came on there like, okay, listen, I have some civil rights leaders in my family, so right now I'm going to take it here and I'm going to take it there. But in any event, has it changed your opinion on Tasha K? Has it made you understand Tasha K? Or do you guys feel a certain type of way where, OMG, this is not what I signed up for. This is what I was not looking for. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Reppin Time Fitness? How you doing? How you feeling? Reppin Time Fitness is in the building, baby. Please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Show him some love. He's going to help you get that body in shape, get that body right. He's going to help you, with the food and the diet plans. And also he's going to show you how to shop for the food that you need at a good, reasonable price. So please make sure you go check out Reppin Time Fitness is in the building. On top of that, he's going to show you some abs. He's going to show you some arms and everything. And also, we know we want our bodies flat. We want that six-pack, baby. And that's what he got on his body. So please go check him out and show him some love. He's a good brother with a good heart, baby. What's up, Ralph? How you doing? What's going on? Hey, what's up, Osborne? How you feeling? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We in the building. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Did y'all go over there and did y'all go see, Tasha K's video? Just at work. See, I told you he's a good man. He's sitting over there at work, and you can see the picture of his six-pack right on the screen. So please go check him out. He's going to help you get to where you need to get, shaping up that body, get that body intact, get it in shape. And he'll show you right at the gym as well. So please go check out his content on YouTube. For real, for real. What's up, Shanice? What's going on? Peep Squad is in the building. Did you guys see the interview? Did you guys see what was going on over there? Like, Lord have mercy. I was kind of taken back by it because you already know. I thought that she was going to be out here, basically saying, hey, listen, it ain't no big deal. They ain't gonna get no penny from me because, baby, I got some new lawyers. I got a new army. I got a new crew. I got a new this. I got a new that. Basically beat some more bravado to it and to be cocky with the situation. But no, it seemed like she was upset, and it also seems like she felt defeated as well because $4 million, baby, 3 point something million dollars, like, Lord have mercy, coming rounding out to almost $4 million that she has to pay to Cardi B, a person that already got money, that already got, stacks on top of stacks. And then on top of that, at the end of the day, right now at this point, it's like she won the war because everybody in Tasha K's realm is on YouTube, bad-mouthing her, talking about her, downing her, basically telling the world, telling everybody to take a YouTube channel. I was like, Lord have mercy, that is crazy, Lord. Like, that's how she eat. That's her bread and butter. That's something she built for a long time. She made a huge mistake, but don't mean that she needs to be in a poorhouse and the homeless house. Like, Lord have mercy. Y'all ain't no joke. I mean, y'all are out here calling for her channel to be taken down. Like, woo, that's a whole lot right there. But in any event, Tasha K basically is out here saying that she was, going through this case for 4 years. And she have learned so much. And she said that she would not change a thing. You wouldn't change a thing, Tasha K? For real, you wouldn't get better lawyers. You wouldn't hire better attorney. You wouldn't get, extra witnesses in. You wouldn't have better cross-examiners. You wouldn't, to cross-examine, Tasha K. You wouldn't do better. I mean, Cardi B, you wouldn't do better on the stand. You wouldn't, come on, like, what's going on? Like, you wouldn't, edit the videos in a certain way, make a statement after Shamari made her claims and her allegations, not record Lovely T and that conversation and then play it on YouTube, and then that's used against you in court. So you're going to tell me you use all that again? You do the exactly same thing? Now that's crazy right there. Now that don't even sound right, especially when you have a huge platform like that and a lot of people are following you and they're believing everything that you said, just like people used to follow Joe Buttons when he said he was out here for the podcast, he was out here for the YouTubers, he was out here for the creators and making sure that we get paid and things of that nature. Then come to find out Joe Buttons ain't paying Rory and Mal, and he's doing them in, and basically, he was just like the machine that Tasha K is talking about. Like, Tasha, you gonna tell me you ain't gonna tell people, like, do this in a better way? This is how you don't have that situation. But maybe she cannot say that. Maybe that's the situation. Maybe she had to come out here and say that she wouldn't do anything over, or she wouldn't do anything different because she is going to go to court again, because basically it seems like she might be taking this to the Supreme Court because she is definitely appealing the decision of the court. I was like, okay, I would appeal too if I had the attorneys that I had, if I had the people that you had representing you, according to the people that went to the courthouse and actually watch what went on and watch what went down. I would definitely, have them. I would definitely want, to redo that over, to, change that situation. Like, I don't even know why she said I'll do the same thing over. What, for real, Tasha? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm like, okay, I kind of lost a bit. Maybe it should have started off a different way. I wouldn't change nothing. I would do it absolutely the same. And, that could be held against you and used against you when you want your appeal. That basically when you sat there on the court stand, allegedly, according to the rumors and the allegations of the journalist that went down to the courthouse and basically took notes and came back to YouTube and told us what was going on, that you omitted, that you said, yes, she was guilty. Yes, you said these things about her. Yes, you said Shamari wasn't, credible. And then once again, you said that she was credible. These are things that are hearsay, nothing factual, because, it's a federal court case. It's going to take a while for the transcripts to actually come out. And some people are saying they might not even come out, especially if she's appealing. So we would definitely see. But I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't do it. You would do the same thing over again. No, that don't sound right. That you would be in the same situation. Ain't nobody want to pay nobody. No. If I was going back and forth with somebody and arguing with them and blase and the third, and we was getting it in, and it was tit for tat, it was down to the, barbecue, it was down to the alley, it was down to the alley cats and the snakes and the rats and all that other stuff. There's dirt, rocks, broken glass, and bottles everywhere. There's dumpsters and trash cans. If I was down there, squaddling and swinging and doing what I got to do, and then at the end of the day, this woman comes and say, hey, listen, I'ma sue you and take your money. Take your money. Take your money. Oh no, we're gonna definitely have to do it again. But like, I'm thinking that there's certain things that she could not say, like, but saying that, like, I would think that that is a statement that can be held against you, because that means that you haven't learned nothing. That means you haven't understood that what went on, why was the verdict the way that it was, especially when the rumors that are out here from the attorneys and the reporters that went to the courthouse basically saying that you admitted to lying on Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And there is a little discrepancy with the situation where some of the attorneys that were there and also the journalists also said that Cardi B took a test and it was none detected. And a lot of people were saying that that should have been, actually challenged, and things of that nature. But in any event, the judge said, yes, it has been certified, it has been approved, and it's non-detected, so she don't have it. So, I don't know. Like, so are you going to keep the same attorneys? Because one of your attorneys, the dude, he basically said that you guys are appealing. Are you appealing with these attorneys again? Let us know that situation. Did you find somebody else? Did you find somebody that's going to call an expert witness to your situation and, just help you out in the situation because you omitted to it? And plus, they're going to use the transcripts anyway, and also the deposition that you did have, and the things that you said, and the things that you said on when you were sitting down there, testifying. So I was just like, I was taken back by the situation. She says, I have learned so much, and one thing, I would not change a thing. What? You wouldn't change a thing? And, basically Tasha K is saying that the machine and the people coming for her, and they're coming after her because, they want to make sure that the children and the kids and the music basically keep saying the negative things that we don't like: sex, drugs, rock and roll, and things of that nature. And what Cardi B stands for, and she's protected. And so basically Cardi B won this case because of sympathy and payola. OMG, it was more than that. It was evidence. It was proof that they went right to your channel and took it, and conversations that you put out and things of that nature. And then also the girl that got on your channel, Shamari, she basically didn't even show up to court against Cardi B, and Cardi B won a default judgment against Shamari, and Shamari came out and said some things too as well. So I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't do it again. And then is the machine. Now, if you didn't get into an altercation with Cardi B, and if you didn't say the things that you said about her, would they have a case against you? And if you would have said it in a different way and basically, didn't put it out there that it was actually factual and true, because that's what allegedly you have been, found guilty of malicious malice and invasion of privacy. And Tasha K saying that she didn't do any of this. Like, Lord, what is happening? What is going on? Did y'all see what was going on? Did y'all see what was happening? I don't even know. She said she gonna sue again. Tasha K can only appeal on technicalities that were done wrong in the procedures of her case. That is not why she lost the case. So it's really won't matter. Lord have mercy. OMG. So I checked it out. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I thought she was gonna come out a different way. So the way that Tasha K came out, is that going to make her people think that, okay, what, we heard all this stuff. You lost the case, and it could have been a lot worse than what it was. Like, is that going to make people think like, okay, maybe this is not a good situation? Are people going to think that you're lying to them in their face and you wasn't clear with them? And basically it almost seemed like her argument in that letter that Tasha K read on her channel, that is a good letter. Like, when you hear something like that, you would stand by it, especially if you look like, me, you would stand by it. But then you think about the person that's actually saying it, and you be like, yeah, that's true. She is a Black woman. She is a dark-skinned woman. And yes, she looked like the big bad wolf. When I first did my review, I said the way that's coming out, with this trial in this court case, Tasha K looked like the big bad wolf. And it's like nothing of what Cardi B has done in the past has been brought up, but everything Tasha K has done has been brought up. But in any event, that was up to your attorneys to get that in and cross-examine. That was up to them to get that in. And when they cross-examine, Miss Cardi B, basically trip her up and ask her certain questions where they can now add her past into the situation, as far as going back and forth with bloggers. Where was the witness of other people that had situations with Cardi B? It was just you. It was just all information on you, Tasha. So I'm just like, okay, yes, there have been plenty of people that have been shut down by the machine. We know the story. Some of us lived the story. Some of us saw the story. Some of our parents told us the story as well. But in any event, when this situation gets tricky is when you say these things, and then we have what we've seen of you and what you have done. I remember Tasha K putting out a video and basically saying this was, Offset's girlfriend, and she was tearing up the car. And I thought it was, Offset girlfriend tearing up the car, but come to find out that allegedly wasn't true either. So what's going on in this situation? So it's like, yes, you're supposed to stand behind your sister and support your sister and be there and know when someone's trying to shut her down and shut her out and take what she has, because there's been so many people of color that are Black people that have businesses taken away from them, had land taken away from them, had a lot of things taken away from them, just because of their race. It was taken from them that they couldn't own this, they couldn't have this property, they couldn't have this invention that they invented. But then we look at what you have said and what you have done. It's two different things, baby. It's two different things. It's almost, you gotta say something. You gotta put it in a different way. You gotta put it like, yo, listen, you have to say, I was victimized, but how was you victimized, Tasha? And how were you victimized? If you can say that I would not change anything that I did, I would do it all over again. Okay, so then explain to us why you was victimized. Your side, basically, you just giving us a Martin Luther King Jr. speech right now, giving us a Malcolm X speech, but yet we see some of your behaviors. We've seen her behaviors, but we haven't seen any false thing that she said that you had, or anything of that nature. We've seen her talk crap. We can talk crap back and forth, because I talk crap all day, but where is that at? How come that wasn't presented? And then you tell us that, she wreaked havoc all over the place, with what she say, what she does, and what she puts out there. And yes, Cardi B said that she does not allow her children to listen to any of her music. And yes, Cardi B has the right to say that she don't want her children to listen to her music. But why is it that she's saying that she doesn't want her children to listen to any of her music? Because she knows what it's about. And but it's up to the parents. But how many parents can stop their kids from listening to songs and music, especially with how communication is today? Once they leave the house with their cell phone, boom, bada bing. They get to school, boom, bada bing. They go to their friend's house, boom, bada bing. They're on the internet. Kids stay online. So yes, but that's a good point. But then we saw you go back and forth. We saw you call this girl out. We saw you say this. We saw you say you ain't taking a video down, and now you're taking a video down even though the court didn't tell you. But what about you gonna keep the video up and gonna stay up? Now you're taking the procedures to actually try to win a trial when the video should have already been down. You know what I mean? And basically showing good faith, because Tasha K saying that she was showing good faith by taking a video down without the court, without the judge, and without anybody telling her to. But it's after the judgment, not before the judgment. So, some of these actions may be used against you in your appeal, and especially that you would never do anything. You would never change anything. You'll do it all over again, unless your point is me learning this hard lesson and falling flat on my face. I would never do this again. I would do it again because I got an understanding. I got a sense of knowledge. I got a sense of wisdom, where if I didn't go through this lesson, I wouldn't have changed. I don't know if that's even going to happen, but I'm just like, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what to tell y'all. But in any event, the phone lines are open. If you guys want to call in and tell me what you think about the situation, because I'm confused. I'm lost with the situation. I'm definitely lost, y'all. Hey, Renee, what's going on? Tasha has lost. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Like, what? I don't, so I don't know. Hey, DZ, I don't know what's going on. So you guys tell me what you think about it. The phone lines is open. Jump on the phone line. Give me a call. Tell me what you think, because I'm just confused. I'm perplexed in the situation because I just don't understand. And yes, I do understand that there are machines. There are companies that can actually blackball you. You can be blackballed in the industry. We got NeNe Leakes saying that she was blackballed. We have a lot of different artists that said that they have been blackballed. We've seen some artists be blackballed where nobody do music with them, where you don't hear their music, where they don't have a distributing company. Nobody would distribute their music. iTunes and this and that won't play their music and things of that nature. Yes, we do know that exists. but do it exist with you? That's the question. So how are you wanting us to say that this is what's happening? Because if they wanted to, there was a machine behind Cardi B, we will believe that Cardi B would have taken a video down. She could have took the video down because she signed to a company, she signed to, you know, all types of deals, like she's protected and that shape or form. And they probably work with YouTube Music and YouTube things of that nature, where the people that she works for and she pays, and they get money off of her and they pay her too as well, work with YouTube. So if she had a machine, wouldn't she get the video taken down? When somebody can snatch it like that, that means they have a machine behind them. And yes, but she does have a machine behind her when it comes to her music, when it comes to her products, when it comes to a lot of different things that she does. You know what I mean? When it comes to engagement, it comes to performing, when it comes to a lot of different things. She sells all types of stuff. She does endorsement deals. Yes, there is a machine. If she has a song out, they're gonna promote it. They're gonna have everybody out here. Yes, but they didn't take your video down, Tasha. You took your own video down. You know what I mean? And so what did you learn from this lesson? Because if you're going to do everything all over again and people are following you and thinking they can do the same thing and nothing's going to happen to them, then basically you're leading people down the wrong path, which you say that Cardi B and the machine, and you know, the machine is correlates to Cardi B. The machine is Cardi B. Cardi B got the machine behind her, the music business, the entertainment business. Yes, that is very true. She does have the machine, but she could have been took the videos off. She could have been took a bunch of videos down that you said. She could have been calling YouTube. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, but she doesn't have that much power. She has power to sue you in court, but she didn't have power to take your video down, because you took it down yourself. So you had the power in this situation, and you kept it up, and she asked you to take it down and you didn't want to take it down. You was not hearing that situation at all. You didn't want to take it down. But now after you got to pay her nearly $4 million, now you want to take it down because now you want to win the case. Now you see how serious it is. It's a whole lot of money. A lot of things are being affected right now. I don't even know how you just didn't get up on there and talk freely. If you're going to give this thing, you should have talked freely. And basically, you know, not to talk about the case, but you could talk about how you feel and how hard it's been, how difficult it is. And you're going to continue to fight. But I'm stressed out. Yes, I got into this argument. It's just, you know, it's a backyard alley cat fight that happened. And right now I'm on the losing team because I got to pay somebody I don't like, somebody I got problems with, this type of money. Hopefully Tasha K has made, you know, 4 million or 3 million off of talking about Cardi B, because baby, going back to play lawyers again and things of that nature. I'm telling you, you're gonna need to summons Johnny Cochran, or you're gonna have to go get Jay-Z lawyers. Jay-Z got 2 good lawyers that got 21 Savage off. So you're gonna have to go get some good lawyers, baby. And I think the lawyers that you're gonna have, I don't know who you're gonna get, because they don't make attorneys like they used to, baby. They don't make attorneys like they used to at all. Baby, I don't know what to tell you in this situation. And she basically says that she has been painted as a villain, as a bully, vile, and, you know, just malice and things of that nature in court. And yes, when they show your videos, when they show you talking, when they show you yelling and screaming and cussing and swearing, that's what it's gonna look like, baby. That's what they're gonna see. So you should have been something to soften up that image. As far as somebody say, this is Black people's dialogue, this is what the people tune into, and show videos of where you are calm, talking cool, and then show videos of where you just alley catting it out in the backyard. You know what I mean? With the barbecue chicken, the fried turkey, the catfish, the collard greens, baby, Budweiser, and then also your wine, baby. And let them know, like, this is how, you know, you're already engaged, and see how the numbers go up because of this particular behavior that you put on. You know what I mean? Something to help you and that type of transformation, because yes, you know, when they heard her videos and most of the jury was Caucasian, they probably ain't never heard no woman speak like that unless it was in a bad light, and that's what it looked like. So and then you need to get your own medical examiners, you need to get your own doctors, you need to do all that. Like, all this should have been done the first time around. So you gonna tell me you will be going into court with your head, you know, wrapped up in a hoodie again, your head wrapped up, your eyes wrapped up, your husband, your attorneys walking in the courtroom blind, you know what I mean? And just basically didn't even put up a fight. Like, what's going on? That's what the people said out here in the streets that went there to go see your trial live. And they said the closing statements, your lawyer only gave 1 minute. And Cardi B's lawyers had all types of exhibits and videos, all types of stuff, and your attorney only submitted one paper. Baby, I will be suing. When I go for appeal, I will be appealing my case and suing the lawyers if that was actually true and factual, because like I said, it's hearsay until this transcripts come out. But and Tasha was like, this case may, they tried to financially hurt me, but they didn't. So I'm glad that they didn't financially hurt you. That's a good situation. I don't know if I believe that or not. They didn't find $4 million. Cardi B be throwing $4 million around for her daughter's birthday, her husband's birthday, and everything. You know what I mean? And she had, two attorneys like you did, but she had some big wigs that you paid $1 million for her legal fees, or close to that. Like, OMG. I don't know what she gonna do. She said she gonna sue. And yes, she does have a huge platform where you have TMZ, you have Page Six, you have The Sun, you have the Daily Mail, you have the Shade Room, you have also On Site, you have Neighborhood Talk, and different other places, different other bigger places, Boss Up, all types of different places that do take your information and do use it and run with it as well. So yeah, they could be trying to shut you out, but you gave them all the ammunition to shut you out if they wanted to, if they was pulling for Cardi B, if they even dropped some dimes on her case or whatever, or even gave her the transcripts, or did free labor for her. But I don't think they did that. But when you do have something as big as you have, and everybody's taking your stories and running with it, why wouldn't you not protect yourself in a situation with Cardi B? You are old enough to kind of know better, or you made enough money to get some help to make sure that no one could take away something that you built, especially if these people, you beat them to stories. They search your YouTube channel to put on their syndicated sites and networks and everything. Like, this don't make no sense. Yeah, you should have did some different shit again. You should do it over. I know you can't admit any guilt, but baby, the last thing you should have said, if I could do it all over, I would do it just the same. No, you shouldn't. Don't tell that lie now. That's a bald-faced lie. That's a bald-faced lie right there. But in any event, the phone line is open, so you guys can call in. This isn't about me. I feel like I'm having a drink for Tasha. Like, Lord have mercy. Lord Jordan. That's what the word out on the street is. Okay, Ashley Paula is over here. That's a long bill. Like, unless you make it up, unless she invested a lot of her money and things of that nature, it'll be different. But but there's things in her statement that does happen to people that do look like us, that have created different things, or they try to keep you out. Like Kanye West talks about, they tried to keep him out. You know what I mean? This is very, it's true. But in this case, we got to sit back and go, nah, some of the stuff could have been prevented. Some of the things could have been prevented. Some of there was a lot of protection you could have had, and you have the money to pay for that help. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. For real. And she said they're trying to destroy her. They've been trying to destroy her. And she said that she was being bullied, and so did you have any videos of Cardi B bullying you? And if you did have videos of Cardi B bullying you, were they submitted in court? Did your lawyers actually submit that in evidence? Or did your attorneys didn't know what to submit because the judge said, allegedly through hearsay, Tasha K's lawyers allegedly had a bunch of evidence, but the judge said that you guys in discovery, you guys are supposed to pick out the evidence and the things that you want to use in court to cross-examine Cardi B or use for your opening statement. or your closing statement, you have to pick out the evidence that you want to use, submit it to the court. And once you submit it to the court, Cardi B's lawyers will go through the evidence and see what can be used and what cannot be used, because some of the things cannot be used in Tasha K's case, because she has ongoing cases like with the dancers or the bartenders, Tekashi 6ix9ine's, girlfriend Jada and her sister bartending that situation. She has another court proceeding going on with a guy that is suing Cardi B for using a image of him on one of her mixtapes. And I think that's all the lawsuits. So I don't know if any of that was submitted, you know what I mean? And Cardi B can talk very reckless. Is there anything of Cardi B talking reckless like you were talking reckless or not? And why wasn't it submitted? Now, are you saying it wasn't submitted because it falls into her other cases? But allegedly, from the people that went to the courthouse and were taking notes, they were saying that the judge said that your attorneys have to go through it and then give it to Cardi B's attorneys, and that didn't happen. And they didn't know what to pick out. They wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? Allegedly, that's what the lead attorney says. That's what, Choke No Joke said. And that's what Daniel something, the other guy said, allegedly. So they're saying that the judge said, no, you're going to have to go through that evidence. And Tasha K's lawyers, how was they going to go through all the evidence that Tasha may have, presented to them, in a short amount of time, when they should have been going through all that evidence 3 years ago when she first hired them. But you have to go through that evidence while you're in the midst of a trial. And how many people do she has working at her law firm? And then her attorneys are not, civil attorneys. They deal with criminal law. So it's just like, I don't know what's going on. Like this is all bad. Like, this is crazy. Tasha said they tried to take her down, She said the machine has tried to put her in jail because they're saying that Tasha K perjured herself, allegedly, the people that attended the courthouse. And they're saying that, she perjured herself, and possibly Cardi B lawyers can pursue that, or maybe the system itself or the state would take that on, or the federal court would take that on. But in any event, she said that they did terrible things to her. And basically, Tasha K, allegedly, these people, these journalists and lawyers said that, Tasha K said on stand that the news that she put out there, some of it's real and some of it's fake. But tonight she got on her channel and she said that she didn't say it was real. She didn't say it was fake, but she said the police, the state police, the feds, the governments, they subpoena her for her information. So in other words, she's saying, how is her stuff fake? We know she was subpoenaed in the R. Kelly case because allegedly a correctional officer was sending Tasha K information about R. Kelly, his different things that was going on with Jocelyn, Savage, and was she gonna be there? Was she not gonna be there? Tasha K knew that R. Kelly was about to be arrested. She put that out first and things of that nature. And allegedly, a lot of that stuff came from a state worker or a federal worker at the prison system. Lord. So the phone lines is open. Bro, Black Diamond, she will be fine. She's a strong woman. Cardi B, ex-roommate, spoke about her with Tasha K 3 years ago. It did happen, and then she got sued too. Star Marie got sued. And she lost because Star Marie did not even show up to court. She lost. I don't even know. What's up, Williams? How you doing? She said she gonna appeal all the way to the Supreme Court. So it's a whole lot that went wrong. You just think 3 years, 4 years, all this going on, that Tasha would have had a fighting chance. She didn't have a fighting chance at all. And she told the people, And it's not laughing at Tasha. It's just like a nervous laugh. Like, damn, like this is crazy, And, Tasha basically said there's all these other sites that be copying her stuff. And yes, they do. And Tasha K said that she represents a 2-parent household. She represents, Black success, Black magic, Black wealth, Black this and that. And she said that she doesn't do anything to harm people. All she does is entertain people that are sad, that are depressed, people that tell her that, oh, I watched your videos, they made me feel good. So that's what she said, y'all. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said she don't do anything to harm anybody, Lord. And we all, girl, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What you said? What about Usher? Usher didn't come through this, and you had a girl that sat there and told you about Usher. You said that you believe it. You know it. This girl's credible. They're saying this about Usher. Usher ain't never came for you. Will Smith ain't never came for you. But Cardi B, it was like Cardi B was just in it. You know what I mean? And Tasha was able to get under Cardi B's skin. She was able to get her. And a lot of people was cheering and championing on Tasha because a lot of people felt like Cardi B was out here bullying a lot of people, calling people, the M-word monkey, allegedly, and then saying something about a pregnant girl that lost her baby and things of that nature. And then playing either Coretta Scott King or playing Michael Mack's wife in a little small skit. A lot of people had a lot of things to say, but, and they were championing on Tasha K. And Tasha K was coming with all types of stuff. Offset doing this, Quavo doing that, all types of things. I mean, the stories were like, and she told these stories so well, so calm when she described that, that Cardi B was dating somebody in her set. I was like, what? Lord have mercy. Yep. Told on herself with Lovely T as well. Well, you know what? This could be her new move. Cardi B is not still kind of ratchet. Cardi B is ratchet. Cardi B is ratchet. She done said a lot of stuff. She's ratchet. And the worst thing is when you see the little girls that be imitating her. Lord have mercy. But what can I say? I imitated and listened to Little Kim when I was a kid. So the cycle continues. But Cardi B said she don't let her daughter listen to her music. She don't let her children listen to her music. That should tell you her music's ratchet. But Cardi B has been trying to change herself. She's been trying to, be political and things of that nature. Even meeting with Bernie Sanders that Cardi B did meet with. Kanye West was like, when he did the interview with Jason Lee, he was like, how is Bernie Sanders going to meet with Cardi B and not meet with me? He felt some type of way when he said that. I was like, Lord have mercy. So in any event, the phone lines are open if you want to call in and give me your thoughts on the situation. Because if not, I'm going to stop talking about her. Oh, Lord. Yo, 3.8 million. That's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot of money. And then if you appeal that after the case is completely over, now you got to pay different lawyers, and you can't pay cheap lawyers. You're going to have to bring experts in. And you're still on the hook for this. So in any event, she better go see the doctor. She better go see the dance doctor. She better go see the sun doctors. She better go see them doctors. She better go see the juju doctor. She better go see them, y'all. She better go see the doctor. Go see the juju doctor, baby. You better go get that. You better go get that magic, girl. Go tell, what's your husband's name? I don't know his name. Go tell your husband to go see them people. Go tell your husband to see them people. Tell him to go back home and get some soup or something. You better tell him to do something. She better go. She better go. She better go call. She better go call him, because I know Cardi B called her people. Well, she didn't have to call nobody. She just had money and evidence. She had money and evidence. You know, that's all she needed was money and evidence. And then on top of that, you know, she's a big celebrity, so you know, the people might like her, know who she is, and don't know her music, don't know how she gets down online, don't know how does she be arguing with people, getting down there. You know, what about Black Tea Blog? Cardi B exposed Black Tea blog and put all her information out there on her Twitter account to millions and millions of people. You know, they didn't get to see none of that. All they just seen Tasha in there in the kitchen, throwing the food, throwing the plates, everything. They just seen Tasha, and that was it. It was a wrap. Mr. Kiwi. Yes, you better go call Mr. Kiwi people. Kiwi, you better get down there and get that bag. You better come back with at least 1,800 sacks. You better have some sacks. You better have some trees. You better come with the goat. I don't know. You better come with something. Lord have mercy. And then on top of that, you better go to the Catholic church, and you better go to Sunday school, and then you need to go get the Holy Ghost and do the dance for Jesus. You're gonna need all the gods. You're gonna have to go get the Buddhas in order. You know, go over there and do the Buddha. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do all that, man. For real, because this is... She needs to start calling them people, y'all. Cardi is getting rich, and that's plus her into a new space of classic ratchet. Yes. Because she's like, it's Nicki, Cardi, and then everybody else. It's Cardi, then Nicki, or it could be Nicki, then Cardi, but they're like the two biggest female rappers in the industry. So, like, if you're going against them, like, and you don't even know if the jury, the judge, and everybody like them, like, that's another chance that's another thing you gotta take. But in any event, the phone line's open. I'm gonna put the link down because I'm about to move on. Oh, let me see. I'm like, I don't even know how to invite y'all. I was like, Tasha. But Tasha was clean, though. She was clean in that white. She had that hair slicked back, baby. She had a Martin Luther King going, baby. She had her Coretta Scott King going. She had, you know, she had the Obamas going. She was basically saying, yo, this is injustice. Baby, Tasha, this is something new for you. Now you can talk about injustice. When you do have money and you still don't get what you need to get, you still don't get the right representation when you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with a lawyer and you still end up with a really high guilty verdict. You know, it should have been, they couldn't get it down to, like, you know what I'm saying? 500,000, like, almost $4 million, almost $4 million plus taxes. You might as well say 4 million, because the interest is going to grow the longer you don't pay. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole lot of money. It's like it's a super duper student loan. Okay, please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
What's up? This is Sheeta. I'm calling from the DMV.
Hey, what's up, Sheeta? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Did y'all see that statement that she put out this evening?
Oh yes, we talking about that right now.
I'm just coming on here, man. I feel like she didn't really take too much accountability. It seemed a little weird to me. I don't know.
She tried to give you that Gloria Maxwell.
What's up, Peep Squad?
Peep Squad?
Peep Squad in the building.
Yo,
yeah, man. I heard that. I was like, that is so weird. She tried to blame it on PAYOLA and all of this. I don't know, man. Everybody and their mama talking about this. We've been talking about this for the past
2 weeks.
At least the past week or two.
Yep. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna add you to the screen.
Okay.
I'm adding Tori to the screen. Tori Williams. Can you hear me, Tori?
Yeah. Hey, baby girl.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Let me turn the volume up.
Can you guys hear Tori?
Toria.
Toria. Hey, Toria, what's up?
How you doing there, girl?
I'm
You
doing
know I
good.
love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much. Tell me your thoughts on Tasha K.
Okay. She think she was trying to look all angelic tonight. She just dug herself a deeper hole. She couldn't come out there and just say, okay, y'all, I apologize to the courts. Let's get back to business and I'm going to create some good content. No, she got to get on there, start acting like she's this social justice lady now all of a sudden. Told some more lies. She did not appeal that case yet. My friend was in the courtroom every single day. She was the first one to get to court and the last one to leave every day. She took pictures with Cardi and everything the day of they won. Tasha is nothing but a liar. She did not learn anything from this. Nothing at all. She should have been humble, but she can't. She's just messy and she's got so many more suits, MJ, that's getting ready to come down on her. I feel so sorry for her. Just wait for it. The next couple weeks, you're going to hear another big announcement about R. Kelly. That'll be happening in the next 2 weeks.
Well, you heard it. You heard it here. You heard it here from Tori.
Bobby Lights is getting ready to sue Tasha K. Even Wendy Williams is considering suing Tasha K. It's so many people that's getting ready to come out suing her. But I don't know why they're going to try to sue her now because she ain't got no money. She don't have the money to pay Carly. Them lawyers she had, she didn't have them for 3 years. She just got them a few months before the court started. Her lawyers told her in court, after court, do not get on social media. Stay off of social media. What did she do? As soon as she left court Friday, she got back home and got on other people's lives and started bashing her attorney. Who does that? When you got to go to court with this lady Monday and she's got to give closing arguments to try to save your pockets. Why would you do that? Tasha K's just messy, messy, messy. And she lied to her people and said she had a lawyer way last year when she never had no lawyer. It was so much evidence against her, which was all videos of her saying all these things about Cardi. Her lawyers, she wouldn't listen to them. She would not listen to them. I don't know if you're familiar with infamous Sylvia, but
Hold on, I gotta say this. Everything that Miss Tori Williams is saying is allegedly, and these are the views and opinions that are expressed by Miss Williams. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but it was 2 women present in court every day and 3 men. And that was it. That was Tasha thought that this was going to get national news coverage, which it didn't. The one person that was in court, he told TMZ what happened every day. Nobody talked about this case on the news, but Tasha was so ignorant that she would not take these videos down when in the beginning that's all Cardi asked her to do, take them down. Cardi even offered her money, $2.5 million, MJ, to take the videos down. And she was so ignorant that she had such a big head she wouldn't take them down.
Hold on 1 second. What you say, Rashida?
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. She offered her $2.5 million to take them down.
Yes, she did, and the DMs were shown in court and proved that Cardi offered her the money to take them down. She said, "Let's work this out. What can I do for you? Can I offer you this? Can I do this for you?" But Tasha was determined that she was not wrong. The judge called her out several times in court, had to keep telling her to lift her head up, speak clearly, slow down talking. She threw her husband under the bus. Her husband threw her under the bus. She told the judge that her husband was a liar. The husband told the judge she was the liar.
Yes, that was about the emails, right? And who was the president of the company, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did watch Choke No Joke, and I did watch Lead Attorney. Thank you, Mallory. Thank you, Shawanda Mallory. I did watch them too.
Choke was there every single day.
Yep,
Dennis Byron was there every single day.
Yep.
Infamous Sylvia was there every day. She was the first one there and the last one to leave. Lead Attorney, the last week he was there, but he wasn't there every single day from the beginning.
Nope, he wasn't.
But I'm telling you,
so
them guys worked their butts off getting that story out there. So for all the listeners, you can go look at any one of them.
Hold on, one second. So do you guys, I'll go with you, Rashida. Do you think that Tasha K should have took the $2 million that Cardi offered her to take down that video?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, this is a $3.8 million mistake. And I don't know, when I saw her so-called statement this evening, it took me all the way out, y'all. You know, she's talking about she's taking it now. She's up the ante. Now she's taking it to the Supreme Court.
Yep.
I'm like, that's just more money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, you don't even want to go ahead and take this L, Tasha? You know, like, if I was her, I would take this L. I mean, dang, she's just going hard. I don't know, man. She needs to humble herself a little bit.
Rashida, you're right. She needs to just take this loss and then go on back to, she's got 1 million subscribers. Go on back to your content, but just stop the lies, because she always does great interviews with people. Stop your lies and just take this loss, because she ain't got no money to pay no more lawyers to take this anywhere. And you know, it took 3, almost 4 years to get this in the court. How long do you think it's going to take to get to the Supreme Court? It's not going to no Supreme Court. She lives in a fantasy world.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is interesting, but like Gucci 77 said, she needs to sit her ass down. Sit your ass down.
All the way down.
It's ridiculous, man. I mean, I think she's just gonna. If she takes it to the Supreme Court, she's just gonna lose again. I mean, that's just my honest opinion.
Okay, I got a question for both of y'all.
She ain't even gonna make it to the Supreme Court.
Do you guys think that it has anything to do with race? You think if Tasha K was Caucasian or she was a lighter Q, that maybe the jury would have took it easy on her? They would have understood her. Do you think it's because of race?
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to tell because I didn't see the whole thing. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that, but I don't know, man. You know, that's the first thing they want to say about Cardi, like, you know, it's colorism, you know. I don't know. I mean, Tasha K, she did a lot of things to dig her own self, you know, to where she's at, to be honest with you.
Okay, what about you, Miss Williams?
Absolutely not. Now, you know, MJ, I'm an Italian girl, full-blooded, and I've been married to a wonderful, beautiful Black man for 38 years, and it's not about color. And I've seen racism all kind of ways. I've had crosses burnt on my lawn. I've had vehicles damaged because of who I was and who I was married to. This is nothing to do with race. This has to do with ignorance. And it all started because Tasha K wanted to interview Cardi B and she said no. Anybody that she couldn't interview, then she attacked them.
Hi, Maria. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, you can go. She stopped. Miss Marcille?
Go ahead, Rashida.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, so she stopped. So because, you know, basically with, you know, Cardi B.
They arguing up in the chat and I'm going to stop looking at it.
Because basically, you know, the theme is that, you know, most of the jury were Caucasian. Now seeing a Black woman coming in there, not tearful, not crying, and also showing these evidence of her saying this and saying that and talking in a hood manner and a ghetto manner, which I talk in all the time. Because if they take my videos and use them in court, they can be like, oh, that child's ignorant.
No, I don't think it had nothing to do with that. I think it was the things that she was saying, attacking Carly and saying the girl had a disease and saying things about her husband, her child. It was so many videos, and they listened to one video that was like 3 hours long, and they had to keep listening to everything. I'm gonna tell you, Carly's lawyers was definitely the dream team because they had their exhibits on point. They went one after another. And them jurors seen all that. Their their mouths, I'm sure I would love to have been a fly on the wall in that jury room to see what they was talking about. But they seen the evidence.
Another question. Do you think if there was people on a jury that looked like me, that if there was more black women on the jury, do you think that the amount would be less? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Because they'll probably be able to understand the ratchetness of her talking.
Well, I don't think so about that because originally the money was more than what it is now.
Never talking about that last night, right?
The money.
It wasn't me.
Okay, look, the breakdown. The medical was $250K, and they dropped that down to $25K. Kiwi Studios is $500K. Then it's $1 million for the defamation and $1 million for the other what you call it? I forgot what you call it, but it was more money than that originally. Because see, originally in the beginning, people kept thinking, oh, it's only going to be $75,000, but they didn't realize that to bring a case to federal court, it has to be at least $75K, or it doesn't go to the federal court. Not in a civil case.
Yeah, not, in the federal case, it has to be more than
it has to be $75K or more.
Yes.
Cardi didn't want no money. She didn't want the money. She's going to give this money away.
She needs to give me some.
Oh, no. Cardi wanted the money. I feel like Cardi wanted to teach her a lesson. Cardi, like people say, Cardi really wanted to box her ass down. But since she couldn't get to her, you know, she was like, I'm going to hit you where it hurts. I'm going to hit you in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Then I feel like she felt bad for her. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that she need to sit her ass down, like homeboy said.
Gucci.
Like, Gucci.
Rashida, did you see Cardi's interview after she won the case?
I seen it.
Did you see it, MJ?
Yes, I did. I did a video on it.
She was humble. You know, people think because her persona is like ratchet. I don't think she's ratchet in her real life.
I think she is.
I just don't think she is.
Just saying, I've been watching her for a long time, and just like, you know, out of nowhere, she could be leaving a building and she'll go on live and say these things. She'll be talking about all types of different positions, how to please your man, how to get a bag from your man. I seen like the stuff that she, you know, when she was even more advocate on like Instagram Live. So and then like, you know, I don't think that she's mean and she's vicious towards people, but she does have that ratchet component that always slips out, you know, in the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what was this next question? I was gonna ask you guys another question, but I totally forgot. It was something else with Tasha. Oh, do you guys think that Tasha K YouTube channel should be taken down? Because that's what everyone's saying. Like, everyone's saying that it should be taken down. There's a lot of people that has been advocating that are cool with Cardi B. There's a lot of YouTubers that's been advocating. A lot of people, subscribers, been advocating that her YouTube channel should be shut down. I'm gonna go with you, Miss Rashida, and then I'm gonna go with you, Williams. So do you think her YouTube channel should be taken down?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because then that sets a precedent. You know, just like the Star and the Enquirer back in the day, and she's talking about new media and all of this and that here. She got sued, she got her ass kicked, so she needs to deal with that, and hopefully she will come back with a different strategy moving forward in the future. But no, absolutely not. I mean, I don't think her YouTube channel should be taken down. not at all. But if she continues to do F stuff, then she's going to continue to get sued. I mean, you know, you live and you learn.
You gotta learn.
I think about it.
You gotta learn. What about you, Williams?
Okay, now I don't think it should be taken down permanently. I really think that Tasha K needs to take at least a year off of YouTube and social media, period. Fire her therapist that she's had for the past couple years. Get her a good therapist and deal with them underlying issues that happened when she was a child, and then come back and change her format. Because I'm going to tell you something about YouTube, MJ. There's a YouTuber right now that we have petitions up to try to get him off of YouTube for saying the N-word so freely. And he's a white man. And YouTube will not take this man down. And it's getting crazy. It's really getting crazy. I don't think nobody should be able to use their channel like the way you use your channel. You're funny, you tell the stories, you crack me up. I love watching you late at night. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll go to your channel and watch your videos if I miss them live. And
thank you.
But this YouTube has really gotten out of hand. You don't blatantly come on your channel and tell us a lie. You tell us what you know, what you researched. You're not lying, outright lying to us, and you're not saying anything to.
I don't need none of that badness. Even sometimes I feel bad after I roast, you know, for a quick second. But I don't need, like, you know, I believe in karma, or I feel like if I do wrong, just because I know better, bad shit is gonna happen to me.
Right.
Yeah.
But she didn't learn anything. So until she realizes and learns something from this, she's not going to stop. This is emboldening her to do more. You've seen her response tonight, and she says she'll be back Friday. So Lord knows what else she's going to say. And plus she goes on Twitter and still says stuff just because she ain't saying it live on her YouTube channel. And she's got her Patreon, and she's got some other app. So she has other forms that she still says stuff on.
She's prepared. She already set up her website, channel, and everything. So she already knew, you know, it was a possibility. You know, might lose. That's why you think she set up her website.
And if you think Lisa and Sarah, Cardi's lawyers wasn't watching that tonight, she's already in trouble because they got to go back to court in 30 days. About her YouTube channel and about the videos. And she didn't do nothing but move them videos from her YouTube to her Patreon. To make money off them.
She needs the money, you know. She got to pay them attorneys. She got to pay her attorneys. She got to pay Cardi B's attorneys. She got to pay Cardi B. You know what I mean? So she got to make some money somehow. But
Cardi B's lawyers were $1,338. That's how much Cardi B lawyer fee was.
And that's probably going to be a tax write-off for her. You know, somebody might even gift and pay for her attorneys, or they probably already paid for it. They're just waiting for Tasha K money to come, or they might not be waiting for it. Who knows? Because, you know, you have to pay your attorneys up front in these type of cases, unless you get a contingency fee. And I don't believe Cardi B needs that. So in any event, you know, it's really bad. It's really sad because the whole situation, it could have been avoided. And sometimes, you know, you have to recognize when to, I'm going to say this, when to hold them and when to fold them. Sometimes there's plenty of times I took a loss. You got to take a loss. And, you know, it hurts so bad, you know, if I lose $20 or if I overdraft my account and I get charged extra money, or if I forget to pay a bill and then it doubles up, you know, that hurts me. Or like, say if I'm supposed to fix something on my car and I'm waiting down, now something else breaks down. So now that's extra money. That's a lot. So we make these little mistakes, but $4 million mistake, there's got to be some changes. There got to be some
changes. That's not the only thing. She opened up a whole bunch of other stuff for herself by going to court. they haven't paid taxes in 3 years. That came out in court. And then, like, the next day, a Treasury agent was sitting in the back of the courtroom.
You know, Cardi does a lot of F stuff too, you know. Let's not forget about the court case she has coming up for them girls that she allegedly got beat up at the strip club.
Right, right. She's got the dream team, and I'm telling you, she'll probably get out of that too.
Well, one of the girls. Oh no, because they can't hire their own attorney unless the girls might have the civil case with Cardi, and if they win or lose, they can go after Cardi, you know, civilly for damages of mental distress, because the girls did say that they were stuck in a house. Allegedly, they was fearing to leave that house because people was warning them that people was looking for them and stuff like that. But one of the girls, Jada, I think she's dating Tekashi 6ix9ine. So if she does sue civilly, you know, they're probably gonna have a decent attorney.
Yes, and I forgot to tell everybody, everything that you hear is allegedly or for entertainment purposes only. Yes, because I don't want MJ getting in trouble for anything that I say.
Yes, every views and opinions that you heard from Miss Williams came from Miss Williams, and also all the views and opinion you heard from Miss Rashida Libra, that came from her. And I don't even have an opinion.
I love you.
I'm gonna go back downstairs and let somebody else call up, man. Thanks for having me.
Okay,
man.
thank you so much.
MJ, peace. I love you, doll baby, and I'll be watching you.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Much love.
Much love, baby.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, that's where we at on the situation, y'all. That's where we at on the situation. So we shall see. Someone else is paying. Yes, most likely someone else paid for Cardi B's attorney. Probably her record label. Probably somebody. You never know. And you know, it's just one of them situations where, you know, you get really big on YouTube, and she got really big with 1 million, you know, subscribers. And then people, once you talk bad or you're talking about Cardi B and you see that 354,000 people watch that one video, you do the next video, it's 1 million views, you do the next video, it's 200. So it fuels you to do it, you know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, that's what my people want, that's what my people want me to do. And every time I talk about this particular subject, look what happened, look what my numbers grow. And then on top of that, now with that happening, you also have a higher budget, so you started spending more and buying more, and so, you know, it increases. And then also when you feel like you are doing a service, because in any event, you know, Tasha K feels like at the end of the day that she is going to be vindicated. Tasha K feels like, you know, that, you know, what she said in her, you know, statement, basically about the machine is not going to take her down. She's not going to allow the machine. The machine has polluted our neighborhoods, that polluted our community. We have caricatures, characters. We have people that have been profiting, and agencies and businesses and organizations and industries have been profiting off of giving misinformation to our children and glorifying havoc, you know, behaviors and havoc things that, you know, right now she's on a crusade. So that's where she's taking this at. And now, you know, it almost seems like she feels like, okay, I am really the victim in the situation. I've really been, you know, chastised. I've really been hurt. And it's like, yeah, and it's public, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, you have, you know, people that's in your realm. So your realm of YouTube has been switched around, where whatever you put out there, people is talking about it. They're running with it, blase and the third. And now, you know, with this case, Cardi B done came in and turned her whole world upside down on a YouTube situation. But also it could be beneficial, because now if you got everybody hashtag Tasha K, I'm one with Tasha K, Cardi B. So when she uploads a video, you know, when you type in Tasha K or you're watching one video, the next Tasha K video is gonna come up, you know what I mean? So to her it might even be a win-win situation. But what she said on her channel, it looked like that's not something that she wanted to say. It looked like she wanted to go in. It looked like she wanted to talk more. She wanted to say more. But I just think that that statement that she did say ultimately could be used against her in the court. You know, as far as if the court case is not over and she has to go back to court in 30 days, then you're saying you never would change nothing. Why, you know, so when you give a blanket statement like that, people will think like, oh, she's right. She believes that everything that she said and everything that she did is okay. But you didn't say that when you was on the stand. So therefore, you even got the people pumping up more to come at you. You know what I mean? Because at this time, like, yeah, you fighting, you moving, you rolling over in the dirt, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And then you got to file bankruptcy. So now your whole life is turned upside down to fit these things, dealing with these lawyers, dealing with that. Like it's you have to have a point where you got to say enough is enough. Sometimes you got to bow out. I lost a couple of times and I had to lose. You know what I mean? Because my life was on the line. My family life was on the line. Just situation was on the line where I didn't want to give up. And me, I didn't want to bow out. I wanted to go all the way toe to toe, but then I had to look at the bigger picture of who around me is going to get hurt. My children going to get hurt. My family going to get hurt. This going to get hurt. But they were riding with me. They was on a train. They was on a bus. They was on a plane. They was on a wagon. They was in the back seat. They was riding with me. I was the one in charge to make the decision. And I had to back down. And, that hurt my ego. That hurt me. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm so glad I did, because I don't know what I would have done if something tragic or devastating would have happened to me or my family. So sometimes you just got to just take that L and back away. Doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're a loser, because she could have backed away and still throw shade here and there. She could do a whole video and throw a little shade here, and people be sitting over there watching your whole video waiting for you to throw some shade, and it would be light shade and keep going, and then keep the people coming. But sometimes you have to think about what's best for you and your family, and not what's best for your career, and not what's best for this. Sometimes you got to back up, because nobody likes to go to court. Nobody likes to be bothered with lawyers. Nobody likes to be bothered with judges. Nobody's like to be bothered with none of them people. In any event, I was supposed to do, Love and Hip Hop review. I got it all going, but it's gonna probably take me like 30 minutes to do it, because I'm doing 2 episodes. But when it comes to Amina Butterfly, she was a mess. Let me see what you guys are saying. It's because you have integrity and saw the bigger picture. I wanted to, like, the old me from what, my background and everything is just like, just go in, don't give. Nah, I had to. I'm so glad I did. Coco, Tasha was wrong. Lies come back to bite you. That's why you say allegedly to protect yourself. You got to say allegedly. You got to say the sources came from this person, that person, if you can. And sometimes if you have to keep documentation of where you get your sources from, just in case, because you don't have to say your sources all the time when you're on, air, you're online or whatever. You just know if anybody call you on it, you got it. That's basically about it. But you have to, but the source was sitting right there, and the source was sitting there lying. And it's just like, yo, listen, baby, yeah, I would have edited that video, cut it up in pieces so you can get this piece, that piece. That way you're gonna eat for days. And this part ain't slander. This part ain't that. And you get that part, then the slander part, blue bloop the word, blue bloop the word. You know what I mean? Like something, to protect yourself at the same time. What's up, Norris Tony? Birthday boy in the building. Hey, Monica Hill, what's going on? So, hey, Gucci. So that's basically it. So I'm going to come live tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, or maybe earlier tomorrow, because we have Growing Up Hip Hop. We're going to see how that situation pans out. And we have to talk about, we got to talk about, what's her name? Cree. Cree is out here crying a river. So we got to talk about that situation. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you all, baby, for letting me. No, thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you taking the time coming up and giving your information, and also naming some of the bloggers as well that was covering the case that was going down to the courthouse. I appreciate that, and giving, your take and your perspective, and having, one thing, Tori, you had all the numbers down. You knew exact amount to the exact cent to the exact point. Like, Lord have mercy, you was making sure she owes this much. It's like, Lord, baby, Jesus. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. No problem. Hey, Carla, how you doing? So, that's basically the situation. And I don't know I hope Tasha K lawyers, in my opinion, I hope they didn't tell her to write that statement, because if they wrote that statement for her and they approved that statement, we already know it's going to be used against her, because allegedly from the people that been down to the courthouse, the attorneys, the journalists, the YouTubers, the bloggers, and documented and reported everything on the case, they're saying that Tasha K's lawyers were not equipped to deal with, the federal court, and it was not equipped to deal with a civil case. And if they okay that statement, we know it's going to be a problem. So I thought it was a problem already, unless you can explain that. But then they can say the interpretation of it, or what she said, even if she meant that, it wasn't clear. And so most people are going to believe that when she said she wouldn't change anything, then they go back to what you remember when she said she would take the cease and desist letter and wipe her butt with it. You know what I mean? So that could be used against her, that like, okay, maybe we should penalize you more. Maybe we should do, judges, you don't want to get on the judge bad side, because that's the one with you don't want to get on the judge bad side. You know what I mean? And then, then now you got the judge and the jury, whoever's going to show up in the 30 days, now they feel like celebrities. They feel like superstars, because now they're around Cardi B. They can say, oh, guess who was in my courtroom? Yes, I talked to Cardi B. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is how it went. And they feel like celebrities when it comes to Cardi B, because of huge as she is. And then they see you do that on your channel. Then, if you say that, and then you basically say, is that, it's a machine, and blah, blah, blah. And then they look at the evidence, and if they're not looking at race, that it can add more worms and more drama, more trash to what you're already going through. So, I really hope that statement was approved, and people with legal sense and legal knowledge, that, because they're going to have people dissect her statement and basically saying that she's inciting people, because now you got people on YouTube saying that Tasha K's statement was gaslighting. That's what our mom Wiggins said. But we know our mom Wiggins and Tasha K don't get along. So, good night, everybody. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Good night. Thank you so much. So, we shall see what's going to happen in this situation. But it's like, damn, because we can't front. Tasha been on fire. Tasha's been on fire, and some of these, like, just doing that Ariana interview was big. It was a lot of big interviews that she did. She was on fire, and just to have this, so I don't, she's putting on that show, but we don't know how she's really feeling. And we don't know what's really going on deep inside, and especially what's going on with her marriage, what's going on with her kids. This is very stressful. And then on top of that, yeah, she's still making money from the other things that she has, and her old videos and things of that nature. But, Tasha would be making videos instead of being in court every day and make her money. But she's allowed and has the fortitude to take the time off. But don't you think that she would be ready to, like, talk some ish? Get online instead of, waiting and pending to see if she's gonna have to pay this lady. So it's been a huge interruption in her life. And when it comes to Cardi B, like, yo, listen, somebody's saying these things about, I don't want nobody to ever put my medical records or talk about me. My medical records talk about my kids, talk about my family, my husband, my kids, and saying this and saying that about me. And then a lot of people believe in it. Then people asking her that, so that's a whole lot of situation. And then thinking that if it's actually true, and it was said that it's allegedly true that she offered to pay Tasha K, and you offered to pay somebody and then they don't take it, that's a whole lot going on. And yes, she's tough. She's from the streets. Because when you're from the streets and you're from the hood, people talk word of mouth. But this is even bigger, and she's an even bigger star. So, there's a whole lot going on with that situation. And then there probably some people was like, yo, I don't want to eat behind her. I don't want to drink behind her. She said she didn't want to kiss her baby. She said she didn't want to be with her husband. But you can say there could be multiple reasons why she don't want to be with her husband. And her husband knows she don't got it, because then he would have had it if she did have it. You know what I mean? Or there would be a situation. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want to be in any one of their shoes, but I would want Cardi B's money. And if you're gonna give that judgment away, please give it to me. I'm over here. My name is Mary Jane TV Creations. Lord have mercy. Your Queen Squad should be called the retirement squad because they are all dusty and washed up. I know. I was going to, so I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow early or maybe Saturday because we have growing up hip hop, but I did have it all loaded up because you got Safaree. Safaree admitted that he actually did, hang out with that girl Kimberly that Erica was crying over. And we got Peter Guns basically wishing he would have stayed with Tora and he would have married her and he would have been with her. Basically, he know that he made a big mistake, and it's, it's a little bit too late for that. And even Amina sitting over there like, the reason why I left New York is because of Peter. I knew he still was going to be with Tyra. Even though he married me, he still loves her, and he's jealous that she's dating anybody. And then Amina turned around and, and threw Peter right off the bridge, y'all. So we definitely gonna have to talk about this. I was like, I seen Amina. You got what's her name? Shekinah over here trying to convince Tyra to go back to Peter. I think she's already dipping and dapping with Peter, if you ask me. And, Amina feeling like hurt because it seems like Amina still hurt that, Peter is still feeling, Tyra. He loves Tyra. He wants to be with her. So that's a whole situation going on in itself. So it's just like, okay. And then what Amina did, you could see the hurt in her eyes and she's still jealous of it. And that's why she was trying to make Peter jealous with Cisco, and Cisco is ugly. He was already kind of cute. Then Jonathan lets us know he was married and he cheated on his husband. And, and Marcus has been really good. It seems, I don't know. I'm going to believe Marcus has changed because this Marcus that I see, at first I was like, this is fugazi. Marcus is lying. He ain't changed. He's acting. I think he really changed. I think, and this is the part that, you enjoy with the man when he totally understands the world. He understands you. He understands himself. He understands humility. He understands your feeling. He understands what a man's supposed to do with a woman and everything else. And it seems like he's there, but he did cheat when he was married, but it seems like he's there. Safaree getting caught out there, sending Kimberly roses, and Erica Mena, she's crying because, he sent roses to me. That's our thing. And, she's heard about the situation. And then Kim Bella is trying to comfort her. Erica Mena grabs that big old bottle of liquor and she runs towards the door, and she just hurt. Because now she's embarrassed again by this man. And so we got Zell basically saying when he get married, he's going to come to, Jewels and Kim Bella for advice. Okay, all right. We got Safaree crying like, oh my God, I can't believe this is a roller coaster. Yeah, you made it a roller coaster. You married a crazy self too as well. You didn't want to do right by her crazy self. Y'all didn't want to go to counseling together. You didn't want to do all that. You wanted to bail real quick. You knew who she was. Like she was like you didn't see her like, oh, all of a sudden she met you and she was going to be perfect. She was going to be great. She wasn't going to be doing this. And what you think that you can have kids and you don't participate? You won't go pick up diapers and bottles and stuff? Like what's going on with all these cars? And you got Uber Eats, you got DoorDash, you got GoPuff, you got all these places. Stevie J, he got to show his chest. He got to let us know that he's still diesel. He's still big. He's still trying to give Safaree some advice to help him, but he's still out here doing messed up stuff. And then Erica Mena is crying. She's like, how many times I'm gonna let this man hurt me? How many times, and disrespect me? You got Mena, she got her crooked face going on. Like, yeah, now she's crying. She's her makeup halfway off her face. She's reliving the moments back when she was on Love and Hip Hop New York and how embarrassed she was. Yes, it was a shame, girl. You put yourself through all that and you knew that man was already with Tyra and you stayed with him and you married him, girl. So you already know. And so what's her name? Mimi tried to come and say, maybe it's not this, maybe it's not that. Erica kicked her right out the room. Erica said, get out, I don't want you in here. Like, Lord have mercy. And Shekinah basically is finding out. And then we have, okay, where is it? I don't even know where that's at. So when it comes to Amina said the reason how she got over Peter is because her daughter came to her and she was wiping her eyes while she was crying because Amina said all she did was cry. All she did was cry because, like, girl, you put yourself in that situation. But we know Amina has a past and she has, daddy issues because she said that on Marriage Boot Camp when she was on that show with Peter. And so she does have issues, but she said that she would just cry and cry all the time. And one day her daughter came and wiped the tears off her eyes and said, "Mommy, why are you crying? Why are you so sad?" And she said at that moment, she knew she had to let Peter go. So, she really didn't let Peter go, but she let him go in a physical sense. But we can clearly see, in the last episode, she has not let Peter go and she wanted to get him back. They had a nice concert. It was nice. It was cool. Shekinah's confused because Shekinah was out here swinging, for for Safaree. Shekinah was out here like that girl be lying. Mena is a problem. Mena is the New York what she said, wicked witch. And so, Shekinah was talking all types of mess because she felt like, Mena was the problem. And then she said, now this boy is out here at dinner with this other girl. She said she feels so stupid because, Shekinah was mad at, Safaree, and she was talking all types of mess. And then come to find out, Safaree was out there with another woman at dinner. Kim, where's Kim at? Kim is somewhere. Here's Kim. Here's the woman that Safaree was out there with. She sent Safaree a drink to the table, baby. And then Safaree went to join her because she was beautiful. Safaree says that that's all that happened. But at the end of the episode, after Safaree talks to Marcus, he tells Marcus, yeah, he was chilling with her. He was with her. He didn't say he did the do, but he said he was hanging out there with her. So now Safaree, he's angry. He's upset. He was like, why are all these people in my business? I've never seen Safaree this mad, never seen Safaree this angry, as far as like basically he's telling people off to their face. He was like, here comes another person that wants to mind my business. He was about to get salty. Let me see, where is it? I don't know where's Jewels? Let me see if this is it. Yeah, Jewels right here. So he was basically, Kim Bella got in his face, was like, so did you do this? And he was like, no, but I don't know if he really did it because Marcus was like, it doesn't matter if you did it or not. You know what you did before, and it's the things that you didn't get caught for, whatever the case. But Safaree said he did it at the end of the day. And he was like, basically, here comes another person that's getting in my effing business. And he was kind of, in his green room talking about that. And he wanted to get spicy with Kim Bella, but he didn't want that smoke with Jewels. He was about to, because he was ready to get spicy. And Kim Bella saw him getting ready to get spicy. Kim Bella just sat down, just let it be. And she was just like, she wanted to talk to him. But she know if he would have got out of hand, either Jewel wouldn't have had his front teeth, or Safaree would have been on the ground. So you already know. It's LA. What's going on, LA? Is Safaree playing for the outer team? This girl doesn't look like Kim K more than Kim K. I don't know, y'all. I have no idea. So, that's the situation. Hey, Norris. Amina lopsided face is on the side. Lord have mercy. Friday the 21st was my 37th birthday. I just want to keep wishing you happy birthday. I don't know. I got issues. I got problems, Tony. You already know. You've been here long enough to know I got issues. So I need you to be in court testifying that, yes, she has some screws loose, baby. Sometimes you can get on a good day and the other day she just takes off. I need some character witness. Hopefully these guys are character witness that I need my medication. So let me stop. I got issues. Let me take this off. I need some character witness. Like, yes, we have witness. 1 minute she's smiling and she's talking all nice, and the next minute, it's WWE. And it just happens like that. We don't know, but it's something that triggers her. But you got to be testifying for me. You have to be my character witness. So, okay, so now we got this situation. Safaree's being asked a question. Safaree said, why would I even cheat on Erica Mena he said this restaurant, and I can't think of the name of this restaurant. And Kanye West was just saying the name of this restaurant in his interview, but I can't think of the name of the restaurant right now. Let me check my phone. If I ain't got the music, I need some music. There we go. Okay, so let me see. Let me show you guys this. Let me see if I can bring this up. But we'll get back to Safaree. Safaree and Erica Mena, they still haven't got a divorce, so it's gonna be a saga. It's gonna be a whole different mess going on. Isn't this cute? Stevie J and Mimi knew each other since 1996. And this is what I want to say. Let me turn this down. See, now I'm about to get, I'm showing you in real time. Now, you see this picture of Mimi and Stevie J, right? They've been knowing each other since 1996, hanging out, knowing each other. Look how old the car is. It has the face piece where you have to go, you have to put the face piece on the car for the radio to work. Look how you have to turn the heat up with the knobs. None of the new cars are made like this anymore. And Stevie J, you gonna tell me that you've been knowing Mimi since 1996 and you do Mimi like that on TV? You play Mimi out like that on TV? You do Mimi that dirty on TV? Stevie J, you've been knowing her that long. You had a kid with her. You talked all types of crap about Mimi. You disrespected Mimi. You did all that stuff to Mimi. You've been knowing her for that long and you that trifling. Like, so if he did Mimi like this, there's no way Faith is going to have a good, ending with Stevie J. Because Mimi been knowing that man since that many years. And he said that she took care of him and Mimi was taking care of him. Remember, she was taking care of him so much. Jocelyn was calling her Molly, the maid. Look at Stevie J. They look cute though, but you've been knowing her that long, dude, and you gonna dog her out like that? Like, yo, like for real, like that's grimy, that's gritty. Like you gonna do her like that on national TV when she supported you and took care of you when you didn't have a place to stay or a place to go, you don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out, and you're gonna turn around and do her like that? She's been in your life for that long. That means you don't care for nobody, man. You can't care for nobody. He can't care for nobody. And this is why his daughter Savannah is the way that she is and how she talks to him, because this man don't got a caring soul. Savannah is her father. You see how Stevie J treat them women? That's how Savannah treats people. Savannah is Stevie J's daughter. The way that she acts is her father's fault. The way that he dogged this woman out, he been knowing most of his life. Before he was famous, after doing he was famous, when he was famous, and afterwards, and he gonna do her like that? That ain't a man that you can be with. Nah, you can't trust nobody like that. That's a real snake. That's a snake. That's a snakety snake. So just let you know, Faith is in a bad situation, in my opinion. Let me see what you guys are saying. She probably was already. And so, so we have, Amina did say that she did have a relations with girls. And then with Mimi could have been, or Stevie J drove her that way, but most likely she probably was. You know what I mean? I mean, you never know, but most likely I think she probably was. And she probably mentioned it, but who pays attention? Who pays attention? But so in any event, Safaree's upset. He's heated because now Erica got the drop on him. Erica got the bag on him. Erica knows exactly what he's been up to and doing, and he's not happy about that situation. And now him and Cisco is about to get into it. Cisco is coming to Safaree and asking Safaree about how come you didn't show up to Dev's event. He already asked him that question. Cisco got issues. Cisco got all types of problems. I don't know what's going on with Cisco. Cisco's really acting like he's desperate, like he's not all the way there, like something's wrong. You got Rich, you got Peter Guns basically saying he's been drinking too much, and basically they want him to stop drinking. And at least in this video, he looks pretty much decent, but filming that show, he looked terrible, baby. I looked like I wanted to put some chains in his pocket. It felt like he was gonna ask us for a quarter or a dime or a nickel. You know what I mean? But in any event, but he's grimy too. Like, oh, like we seeing like the griminess of these dudes. Mimi, I was gonna talk about her eyebrows, but I didn't even say nothing. Didn't even say nothing, LA. I was gonna say something about them drawing on eyebrows, but that was the style back then, so I didn't say anything. Why me look like the mask? Yo, you so, cause she didn't have no tan. Kimbella, bro. Yo, Kimbella is just, she's stacked. She's stacking in pancakes. So we got this situation. And so, you know, right now, you know, Safaree's feeling a certain type of way. And then Cisco's coming to him and asking him these questions while he's trying to deal with, you know, Mena walking out of his life or being mad at him because he made up. You know, they've been in the bed together, they've been hanging out and everything, and now all that is all messed up and he's not back into the situation. So I couldn't believe that, you know, he was talking all that mess. And, you know, I was like, OMG. So he was like, so Cisco's explaining himself like, you didn't show up. Safaree said, you know what I should have said to you? I should have told you it's none of your effing business the first time you told me. I was like, Lord, Cisco, he's talking to you like that. Safaree is basically talking all types of mess. Safaree said, I should have told you it's none of your business. And why I didn't show up. Then Safaree says, you know what? You know what I should have told you too? I should have told you I don't give a F about how you feel. And Cisco was like, you know, I feel this way because I was embarrassed. Deb was waiting on me. And then Cisco made it clear that, you know, Deb is like his god auntie. And, you know, Deb has helped Nicki Minaj and also Safaree's career. And he was supposed to be bringing him there, and he looks like a liar. And so probably he looked like a liar, and that's why he's hurt by it, because everybody probably is like, oh, you're a liar. You ain't bringing him, because that's what you would say when you see Cisco. Okay, don't believe nothing he said. You know, you just get that vibe of, that's the vibe that he gives off, in my opinion, allegedly. So in any event, that's what he gives off. He just gives that lying, tattletailing vibe or whatever. I don't know. And we have seen him lie on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and Love and Hip Hop New York. Okay. So in any event, he was like, that hurt my feelings. And Safaree said, I don't give a F about your feelings. I was like, what? Safaree ain't never talked bad like that. When Ray J and A1 was out there, you know, doing all types of stuff to him on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, you know, he didn't say nothing. You know, he was acting scared. Well, you know, Ray J and them got the goons out there. But he was really upset. Cisco, I know he was like, yo. And plus, so remember on one of the episodes, Safaree said he saw the fight between Cisco and Peter Gunn, so he probably thought that Cisco ain't got it. And so and Cisco was like, what? And then Safaree says, I don't want nobody to feel like they are trying to check me. Damn, what you want to do, stupid? And then Safaree threw something at Cisco. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's sunglasses. I don't know what it was. And he was like, stupid. He was calling him stupid. And Safaree was acting brave, y'all. So I ain't never seen Safaree act like that. I ain't never seen Safaree be tough. And Mena said, oh, only reason why he acting like that because he got caught out there and he's mad and he's upset. He's feeling a certain type of way because he can't run from this lie. And she was like, that's what he get. And she went right upstairs and he saw her go upstairs. Safaree was so mad. He was so activated. And yo, he said, stupid. I never heard him call nobody stupid. I ain't never heard Safaree call nobody stupid. He called Cisco stupid, y'all. Hey, what's up, cousin? How you doing? He called him stupid. I am thinking, do anyone else feel Nicki Minaj might be on well, she's not on her side like that. She's not on her side like that. But yo, if Nicki, I don't know if you think Nicki will give Tasha K some money. You never know. You never know. You never know. No, that would be crazy if Nicki Minaj comes out and be like, yo, I'm standing with you, Tasha. You need a bag. Here's a bag. That'll be crazy. But that's not going to happen. That is wishful thinking. You know, I saw it in my head how it would look. It would look crazy. It would look real crazy. Where am I at? It would look crazy, y'all, if that ever happened. But Sakana is eating her words. Yo, Safaree's acting that brave. I was like, what's going on? Erica said he just mad. He got caught out there. And she's like crying again. And then and then Cisco says, yo, he's throwing stone. What he said? He's throwing rocks. He said something that was kind of cute. Okay, he said, Cisco said, I'm gonna let you have your moment, bro. You're throwing rocks at a tank. I thought that was cute when Cisco was like, yo, I'm gonna let you have your moment because you throwing rocks at a tank. I thought that was a little cute. That was a little fly comeback. That was a fly comeback, in my opinion. And so Erica was like, I just can't. She's like, I just can't with this dude. I can't wait. I can't with him. I can't with him. I know you can't, but you still are, girl. And so we have, Marcus is just immaculate the way he's handling business, the way he's doing things. So Tasha K isn't afraid to say Cardi B's name, so she is calling her the machine. Well, she's going back to court. That's probably why she's not calling her that. So the machine is synonymous with the industry. So she's putting the machine, she's putting the industry, she's putting the people that are backing her all together as one. And so therefore, if they say, oh, you're talking about Cardi, she say, no, I'm talking about the machine. I'm talking about the industry, but she's putting them both into one, in my opinion, from what I analyzed from what her statement was. And so now you got this situation going on. I was like, Marcus. I think Marcus really changed, or am I a sucker? And we got Jonathan. Jonathan comes through. Jonathan's always looking fly. His hair's looking fly. His clothes looking fly. Whatever the case may be. Cisco sits down. He has the conversation, with Sin. Cisco and Sin, they talk, and basically Sin tells Cisco how she feels about the situation and how, she played him or whatever. And he don't want to come out and say, yes, if you was my girlfriend and if you liked me and if you was this and that, it wouldn't. I love Marcus. He reminds me of my ex who dumped me. Maybe I hate him. I don't know. Maybe I hate him. I don't know. All right, we're going to put you in my category, LA. LA, you already said you thought Homeboy was cute that came after Ari Lennox. I'm like, girl, your taste, I can easily find you a man. Jonathan is flawless. Jonathan made sure he's flawless. Boy, he paid that Monte. Jonathan always look different, but he does look flawless. If you look at some of my short videos I have of Jonathan on my YouTube channel, I mean, like immaculate. Him and Peter Guns were flawless this season for different things of dressing for different occasions. They came through, baby. And so, you have this situation. Shakana's just too through with Erica. She's too through with Safaree because she done got made of a food out of. But yeah, I think Marcus may have changed. And so we have this situation where it goes down between Sin and Santana. And she says, basically, you took the song, you wanted something else from me. I didn't give it to you, changed up. And he was like, well, you would call me, you would text me, we would hang out, and whatever the case may be. And, so Cisco thought he was going to get some. He didn't get none. So therefore you had to pay for your music. So he ended up releasing a song to, Sin, because the song was about her brother that departed from this earth due to his own hands. And so therefore, Sin was like, you know what? I wanted to make music because my brother made music. But now that I make music, every music that I make, every song that I make is for my brother. So therefore, that song really doesn't mean nothing to me anymore. You can keep it because it took me a long time not to do music. But like, girl, what you think? Did you really think that everything was going to be free? Like, come on, did you cook dinner? You know what I mean? Did you give him a dance? Like, what? You thought everything was going to be free? That you're going to get studio time and he had all this money just to give it away and he wasn't going to get nothing from it and you guys wasn't related. You guys didn't grow up together. You didn't promise him like, hey, listen, I got this share time. I got this share property out here. You know what I mean? You can come every Thursday and get a plate of food or like, anything you just thought he was going to do with the kindness of his heart. There's rarely anybody that do anything in the kindness of their heart, especially Cisco reputation on the show. Like you didn't see, I don't know if Cisco reputation was known then, but Cisco has always had the reputation of trying to get with every woman that everybody else is with on the show and promise them dreams and everything, and they never see them dreams. Okay. Okay, that's why allegedly his baby mama ain't letting him see his kids. That's what he said on the show. I didn't say it. He said it. Yeah, okay, so I already was for Shereé. Chicks be wanting everything for free. Sometimes you have to just step back when someone's offering you something. Sometimes I won't accept things because I already know it might come with something, and you might think something's gonna come from it. It's a lot of women, accept drinks and stuff. I don't even buy me a drink, unless I'm somewhere where I can afford a drink. But somebody buy you a drink, before guys will buy you a drink, they want to dance with you all night or sit around you all night. Come on, all right, I'll pay my $10. Here's a drink for you to go away. All right. Now, if you want to dance and stuff, bring me a bottle. You know what I mean? If you're going to be sitting around me with your stank breath and breathing on me and you don't got moves, bring me a bottle. Don't just bring me a little small cup, a little cheap cup too as well that's halfway empty. You know what I mean? Because the bartenders are not heavy-handed up in this spot. Let me stop because I'll go on a rant. Joe and Sin. I know, she changed her whole face up. She changed her whole face up. Marcus seemed to be more mature than the the retired squad. Yeah. And he actually is getting through to Safaree, but Safaree don't care. Now I agree already. It was for charity. Yeah, but she had, and I would say this, she just lost, her brother. So she probably thought that this guy had sympathy for her. This guy really wanted to help her, and he was really her friend. And she probably was going through it because sometimes it takes a long time to get over somebody passing. And then for this dude, she probably thought that she should have known better. She's from New York, and she was dealing with Mena, and she was dealing with Rich Dollar. She should know better. But in any event, sometimes you get vulnerable at the moment, so I'll give her that. But he played on it, and she probably thought that he really cared. And this is why I say to people all the time, people don't care when your loved ones die. They act like it, but it's nothing to them. The life still goes on. So you got to still go on. You got to take your time. You got to take your time to heal, but don't expect anybody to have sympathy for you. Don't expect anybody to understand. They might say, oh, I understand. Let me pat you on your back and keep it moving. You have a problem. You have a situation, like, oh, nah, you can't use that. Like, people don't have empathy. They act like they do, but they don't. So, like, he act like he had empathy for her and helped her with the song, but in all actuality, he wanted something else in return. It's just a point that I always say. People don't care when you're mourning. So you got to be very careful when you are mourning, who you're around, who you with, because people really take advantage of. That's when people sneak in and want to get in and take what you got. So in any event, Jonathan has his event. Jonathan event was, absolutely nice. And, when I first heard Jonathan's story, it made me so sad, because your parents are supposed to protect you. Your parents don't supposed to put you in a situation where, they did to him. Whatever therapy that they put him in was really just awful. And it was really just sad. Excuse me, because your parents are supposed to protect you. And for for Jonathan's parents to do that to him is just really wrong. That your parents sent you there. Like that brush that Zell got in his hand doing his sideburns or his baby hair, that brush don't work. I got that brush. That brush is trash, in my opinion. I just noticed the brush. I was like, that brush is trash. Yeah, but Zell was funny when he came at Jonathan, and he was like, boy, this boy, he came at Jonathan the week before last. It was funny. I had to laugh, even though I knew Jonathan's story. You know what I mean? It was funny, like, yo, listen, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Forgive me, Jesus. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, God. So in any event, with this situation, so Jonathan is talking about, the therapy and just being who you are and all that other good stuff. And as an agency came, I don't know what the agency name is, because we was talking about Tasha K for a hot minute. And so the agency is there to stop people from Jonathan to go through the same therapy that he went through as a child. And this conversion therapy is still going on. So there's actually, people that came there to let people know that this is happening and still going on in some states, and they're trying to get rid of it. And then Peter Guns, he got up, he's so happy and he's so thrilled, he's been supportive because Peter's trying to be in a good light. Peter's back on this show, and the last time he was on this show, he was in a terrible light, and now he got other jobs, and he has been a disgruntled employee when it comes to VH1 because he feels like for his story, he should have got paid a lot more money, and he didn't get paid that money that he was supposed to get. So, he feels a certain type of way about that situation. And when you think about the other reality TV stars, as much money as they're getting on the different shows, Peter, Tyra, and Amina didn't get all that look. They didn't get a spinoff show. They didn't get a lot of different things. So he's kind of disgruntled, but he came back to the show. But in any event, he's showing that his support for Jonathan, and Peter lets us know that he was raised by a woman that was a part of the LGBT community, and his daughter with Amina is named after the woman that raised him that was a part of that LGBTQIA community. And so Peter is basically giving all types of love to Jonathan. And Amina did say that early in the episode that she tried it with a girl once, but she just really likes men. And that's what she's into. She's into men. She likes girls. She's tried it, but she likes men more. And so Peter is doing all this humble pie. And Amina said, "Oh, you're such a liar, Peter, because you wouldn't even let Tyra's son wear a ladybug outfit." And then all breaks loose. It goes crazy. I know, LA. Zell looks like he's I can't with you. You're acting up. Zell looks, you just acting up for no reason. You make me want to watch this episode. I think I'm making it more exciting by the way I talk about it, but I'm piecing together 2 episodes, and I'm only talking about the parts that I can get theatrical on. So, I don't want to mislead you, but it's a good watch. It's a good watch just to sit back and watch it. It is. You're going to laugh because it is funny, and it's outrageous because it reminds you of the old school, I love New York. And so Peter was like, "Yo, how you going to say that, Amina? You ain't going to have a moment after me." Peter's like, "Yo, you going to ruin my career. You're going to ruin this. You're going to ruin that." Peter's just so mad. And so Amina is just like, "So why wouldn't you let your son wear that? You're being fake, Peter. You're supporting Jonathan, but you wouldn't let your son wear a ladybug outfit." She is going in. And Amina looks so vicious. She looks so mean when she was doing it. And it didn't look like it came from a place that she was worried about the child, wearing a ladybug outfit. It just looked like she wanted to hurt Peter. Now she's starting to cry and she's breaking down because Peter ultimately still wants Tyra. He's still chasing after her. She doesn't have that happy ever after. She's saying she's celibate because she said nobody wants her. What you mean, Amina? Nobody wants you as beautiful as you are and how athletic you are and all them exercises that you be doing on Instagram. You be doing crazy stuff, things I've never seen people do. I haven't even seen in the Kama Sutra. And you're going to tell me nobody wants you, girl? Like, come on. Like, you just still want Peter because, baby, you can have a boy. You can have a millionaire. You can have a billionaire the way that you look, and then you can sing. You're a good mother. Like, why are you stuck on Peter? And so it seems like she's coming after Peter to yell at Peter, and she wants to embarrass Peter. And everyone's saying that you need to stop. You need to calm down. You're doing too much, Amina. This is not right. Amina said, "Well, he embarrassed me on TV. He embarrassed me for years on TV." So this is basically for her to get back at Peter, because Peter embarrassed her, Peter hurt her, Peter humiliated her, and not only that, she was embarrassed on Marriage Boot Camp too as well. Tyra came in, like and so Amina got some issues. Amina was going in, and Amina has been picking at Peter. She's been trying to throw Cisco in Peter's face too as well. That, "Oh, I made out with Cisco," and all this other stuff. And she's been trying to poke at him. And I don't know if she's doing it for TV, but she really went crazy on this part as far as her behavior. Look at her face, and she just her face is just like going like 1,000 miles an hour. It's just turning, and she's making. I was like, "Oh God, look at this lady," and then you can just see see the hurt. You could just see the vindictiveness. You could just see how she just wanted to bring him down. She wanted to tear him because she was hurting. And then she was just recently up there with Mena, crying with Mena. And then on top of that, he still is not treating her like, he's still not claiming her and loving her like she wants to be loved, even though she said she don't want him no more. But why you doing all this? And that's your child's father. He's supposed to be family forever. You had a divorce party. You thought the divorce party was gonna hurt Peter. It didn't. And I was just like, yo, Amina. Like, I've never seen this really vicious. I mean, this was vicious. I can understand with the situation with her and Tyra and Peter and being hurt and, wanting her husband. But this, she was like, yeah, you're not right. And she was just making these faces. She was like, Tyra, you didn't even do nothing. She was like, Tyra, you didn't even do nothing about it. You didn't even say nothing. You just sat there and you let Peter choose whether your son can wear a butterfly outfit. A ladybug outfit. And for the record, a ladybug can be a lot of ladybugs are male ladybugs, you know what I mean? And so she's just, but the way that she did it, it wasn't like she was concerned for the child. It wasn't like she was concerned like, oh my God, if Peter does have a child from the LGBT community, he's going to treat that child bad. She didn't have that concern. The concern was like, I want to hurt him. And then she threw Tyra in it. This 1 minute she was over there saying, Tyra, Peter loves you. Peter's jealous. Every time you date somebody, you're going out with somebody. Like, how do you know this information? And why do you got vampire teeth? I don't know. Peter is trashy as he looks. He is. Zell is so insecure about who he is that he needs professional help. Yo is too good to be on this show. And so she's looking like this. So she's just upset. And then if you can totally just say that it was for the child, then you will understand why. But this pain and how she's so vicious with it and how she's crying and she's yelling at everybody. She got up in Yo-Yo face. She got up in everybody's face because they got up in her face like, yo, stop, because what you can ultimately hurt this guy, doing this and hurt your family and hurt money coming in. If you really had an issue, bring him to the side and have that conversation with him and sit down and talk to him. And Peter just walked off. And I just feel like the way that she did it came from a different place. It didn't come from the concern of the child. Now, if it came from the concern of the child, that would be different. And I think that she used the concern of the child as a disguise to basically really throw mud at Peter, because Peter was having a good time. Peter's not worried about Amina. Peter was just doing his thing. And she didn't want to see him happy, in my opinion, because he dogged her for so many years and she allowed that to happen. And it will probably still be happening if Peter, sweet talked her. But I just think that she went way too far. You know what I mean? So then, Bobby got to get in the situation. Bobby was like, don't be telling her to shut up. Don't be telling her she can't talk. Bobby got into the situation. Bobby was like, no, that's wrong. Why can't your son wear a butterfly suit? And what Bobby's coming from a place of the kid. That's where Bobby's coming from. Amina's coming from a place of something else. And so Bobby was upset. Bobby was just like going off. And you know what is so sad about the situation? Let me jump off of that real quick, because I skipped over that part, but it was Jonathan. Where's Jonathan at? Where's Jonathan? He's somewhere. I had this over. I'm trying to get to the part where I had it loaded up. Okay, here we go. So this part was really, really funny. So before everything got started, right? Jonathan, he sat down with the guy from the organization and he said, listen, I don't even want to do this. I know this is going to be ratchet. I know it's going to be ghetto. I know people are going to embarrass me. I know we're probably not going to get anything out. There's probably going to be arguments. There's probably going to be all types of stuff going on and happening. And, it's going to be terrible. And these people are so selfish. They're going to want all the attention on themselves. And I don't even want to be bothered with this. I don't even want to do this. And then Jonathan lets us know that somebody died. I think his grandmother died. I don't know if it was grandmother, but somebody died and his family. And then he had to do this situation. Then he was having the situations with Zell. And then he knew that these people was going to act up, and they totally act a fool. They act the worst at Jonathan's event. Like, Lord, everybody was arguing. And Erica Mena act a fool too at somebody whose event. She act a fool at Mimi's event, but they really act a fool at Jonathan's event. And Jonathan said he knew it was gonna happen. Jonathan told the dude that came there, like, yo, just be prepared. You know, this is gonna be embarrassing. They're gonna be ignorant. They're gonna be disrespectful. They're gonna be selfish. They're gonna make everything about themselves. And he was so right. They did exactly what he said. He is made for reality TV. You go ahead, Jonathan. You predicted that they were gonna do this. And he said that to the dude. And I was like, and I was sitting there, I was clutching my pearls. I was like, oh, Jonathan's talking. And Jonathan was serious. And he wasn't smiling. He just had that look like, yo, you know, when you going in somewhere and you know it's going to be bad, but you got to do it anyway. Like when you go to work, your boss is there that you don't like, the other employee there that you don't like. And then on top of that, you got a staff meeting. You got to sit next to them and you don't even want to be in there, but you got to do it. And you know it's going to be all hectic. That's what Johnny was just explaining so calmly to the dude that was holding the situation. And before you know it, it took less than 5 minutes. And that event went hectic. You got Amina doing the most. And Jonathan was like, yo, I don't believe that Peter's like that way because of how Peter support me, how Peter's been there for me. Peter said that he has supported so many, people of the LGBT community. He's protected so many, gay men in New York City and things of that nature. So you have Yo-Yo's crying, Zell's crying. Like they was all yelling and screaming, except for Yo-Yo. And Rich Dallas is yelling at Amina. Then you have Zell, he's yelling, saying that that's right. Our father has a right to tell his son what he should wear and what he should not wear. That's how a father treats somebody, because I had a father, my father did this, my father did that. And then Bobby didn't like that. Bobby was like, not every gay boy got a father and all this other stuff. I'm tired of you using that. And the way that you was treating Jonathan, I let it go, but now I'm feeling a certain type of way. And they started yelling at each other. And Bobby was like, why can't he wear a butterfly? That ain't right. Why can't he? Why can't? And Jonathan was going off, and Amina was yelling at the same time. And I don't know, Mimi was in the mix. She was trying to calm people down. And they would act, within 5 minutes, they wrecked Jonathan's event. They wrecked his event, y'all. I was like, they was so, this was so real, and this was like the realest moment. Amina looked like she was possessed. And Amina looked like she was possessed with the brokenness, the hurt, the disparity of the relationship that she allowed herself to be in for so many years and be in public with, that she just knew that this was her moment to get him. And she did. She went down just like an eagle on Peter. She got Peter, baby. And Peter didn't have no fight in him. Peter was like, you know what? I'm leaving. Peter was like, this can destroy me, because Peter's on that show Cheaters. And so Peter was like, this can destroy me. And he was like, come on, Amina, you gonna try to have a moment on me? Why are you doing this to me, Amina? And Amina was like, because you didn't let your son wear a ladybug outfit. They were wild. And they ain't even begin drinking, y'all. I was like, like this was so crazy. Like for real. And they're just sitting there. Everybody's just all despair. Rich Dollars, he's like he's about to go into it. I'm not gonna say it, but he looked like he's yelling. And Amina was like, no. And then Bobby's yelling. And then you got Zell talking about, I was raised by my daddy. I was raised by my daddy. And he just kept saying, I was raised by my daddy. And he taught me how to be a man. I was like, okay, Zell, like, who are you fooling? You have edges and you have baby hair in a style, blonde twisties, and you've been wearing booty shorts. You've been wearing halter tops and everything. Your daddy raised you to do that? Like, come on, Zell. Like, stop. Like, you need to fall back a little bit. You need to fall back. But Zell wants to be accepted by the heterosexual guys too, and he is accepted, but he don't feel like he is. Like, so you got Jonathan and you got Zell that feels like they are not a part of the group when everybody's accepting of the group. Only person that you can say that ain't really been around them is no, they all have been around them. That's a lie, because there's so much footage of this whole show that's online that they all been around each other, but they have personal issues. And Zell got a lot of issues. Usually he wants to come off like Bobby and and Jonathan when he's on Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood. He don't be acting like he's masculine all of a sudden, like he's masculine now and stuff like that. He does have a little bit masculine to him or whatever. He's somewhat, but he be out here whining and getting into girls' business, arguing with girls. This is why I'm saying I was just so glad this season to see Jonathan and Zell go back and forth, because usually it's either Jonathan with a girl, going back and forth, or it's Zell going back and forth with a girl. Just to see them two to go to get to go at each other was like cool. Finally, like in my opinion. So Zell's yelling, I got a daddy. I'm like, and then Jonathan's crying. Jonathan's just too through. He just knew it was going to be this way. And Amina's just acting a fool. But Jonathan and Zell, they end up, Jonathan, hugs Zell. Zell apologized. They both going to accept each other. And Zell feels like there's not a lot of people like him around. There's more Bobbies and there's more Jonathans than there's him. And they all feel equally the same way. So, Zell made up, and then also Bobby Lights. And, Bobby Lights apologized to Zell, basically saying like, listen, buddy, you had a father. I didn't have a father. And then I got mad at you. And I was a little bit jealous because you did have a father and you keep bringing up your father. And it made me feel a certain type of way. And then Zell said, yeah, I shouldn't be bringing it up, but I had a father. And he brings up the father again, I'm like, but his father does have a CBD business. And so they cry like, yo, they were wilding. They was all emotional. VH1, y'all should have showed everything. Y'all shouldn't have edited this party out, because this party was wild. I just wanted to hear all the side conversations and everything. I just wanted to hear all that. I really did. But that's pretty much it of the episode. So I was like, okay, so then Monday I can start fresh. Karma. Shelly. I'm Budgets with Shelly. Hey, Budget Shelly, what's going on? Budget with Shelly. Budget Shelly. Peter got what he deserved. Amina gave it to him, y'all. Amina could be Academy Award winning actress. The way that she was yelling and screaming, if you didn't see, and if she didn't snitch on herself, you would think that she's really mad at Peter for not letting his son, wear a butterfly. I mean, not a butterfly, but a ladybug outfit. And Peter ends up saying that, the ladybug outfit had like, he said it was, it was yellow or it was pink, and it had stockings and like women underwears attached to it and stuff, something like that. And Tyra said that if her son wanted to wear a ladybug outfit, he could have wore a ladybug outfit, but he ended up changing his mind and wanted to wear something else. So that's what Peter said. Peter said the outfit had stockings attached to it, whatever. And he told his son, hey, let's go to this section and get another costume. And then you have Tyra that said that my son changes his mind every week and he wanted, to be something different. So there's two different stories. So Peter's saying that he told his son, no, we're going to this side. And then Tyra basically said that, he changed his mind. So, I believe the story that Amina said was correct the first time. And Tyra was basically trying to make it better for Peter. And Peter said that if his son, when he gets older, if he wanted to wear women clothes or he wanted to be a part of the LGBTQIA community, he wouldn't have a problem with it. He really felt, he really just felt ambushed. But only thing that would make it for Amina to act like the way that she act is the feelings that she had for him. But also if this behavior was displayed more than once. Oh, look at my friend. Okay, so that's pretty. He got a daddy still. Yo, you know how it is. Zell hair is a mess as his behavior. Karma, you already know. Yes, so he got his karma. And you can see Tyra, still trying to stick up for him, but Peter really felt bad because Amina embarrassed him right there. They couldn't shut her up. Amina would not shut up. They was like, be quiet. They were all trying to tell her to shut up. She was like, no, I'm not shutting up. And she was just screaming, I'm not going to. No, he did it. He did it. Why can't he wear it? Ah! She was doing, she was really like going crazy. And then that was Bobby's cue. That was Bobby's cue to jump in and start yelling and screaming, why can't he? All Bobby needs is a little bit of excitement. He gonna jump into the situation. And I don't know where Safaree went. I don't know where Mena went. I don't know where Kimbella, Marcus, they all disappeared. They all left. I don't know where they went. That's what I'm saying. They should have showed that whole complete, because that was a whole complete show. And Rich Dollars, it was getting out of pocket, yelling. Like, Rich Dollars, why you yelling at Amina? Fall back. Like, she did what she did. The damage was already there. She already said what she said. And Tyra, they made it seem like in the beginning that Tyra and Amina was on good terms. They're not really on good terms. Amina's still jealous. Amina's still hurt that Peter chooses Tyra, but he married her to make her feel like he really loved her. And, it wasn't the case. And she felt a lot of hurt. And she was asking about relationships and stuff and things of that nature because she's lonely. And Peter's not with anybody, but Peter don't want her. He wants Tyra. And then he's telling everybody, I want to marry Tyra. And Tyra said, I don't want him. I believe Tyra and Peter are doing the do. But she got him back. She was like, he embarrassed me for years on TV. I can say what I want to say. And Peter was just too dumb. Peter was like, you can destroy me. You can destroy my career. And then Jonathan was like, yeah, yo. Jonathan didn't agree with Amina. Jonathan was like, yo, I don't believe that about Peter. I don't believe that, he's against us because the way he support me and help me. And so Tyra was like, yo, listen, she was making up all types of story at the drop of a dime. Remember that? He did. Tyra plus day, Lord. Good for her. Yo, there's a mess. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for chilling. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate your time. What's up, Prosperity B? I appreciate you too. I see you come. You came twice. The first time I didn't see you, but thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. The why Rich talking about he should tend to his animals, aka dinosaur of all. Lord have mercy. She's doing that at the expense of the child and using, yes. And that's what everybody was saying. And it didn't come from that place. Where Bobby came from, it was from the child. And Amina, basically, it's like she tried to get back into that moment and just be like, she felt like, oh, and she was like, Tyra, you didn't even do nothing. You didn't even say anything. You didn't even speak up. And she was basically throwing Tyra under the bus and she was throwing Peter under the bus. But earlier, she was acting like she was hurt that Peter still loved Tyra, and telling Tyra, oh, he loves you. He gets jealous when you date people. And Tyra was like, well, he gonna have to continue to get jealous. So, she did that because it was a whole bunch of reasons why she did it. But in any event, she wanted to get her revenge, and baby, she got it right there. Peter ran off that stage. Peter ran. Peter was like, why would you do this to me, Amina? She's still hurt. She's still hurt, y'all. Used to have several seats. Yeah, Rich was yelling at her like, Rich, just mind your business. Just mind your business, because we don't want to talk about what's going on with your children, okay? We seen the episode. We want to know what's the verdict. You know what I mean? Okay, I don't even want to go there with Rich. Because you remember what was going on with Rich Dollars and his daughter and his baby mother basically facing time, and his daughter had to drop out of school, but I think she ended up going back to school and things of that nature. But Rich was yelling too and everything. And then I think they either cut the camera or they changed it because he was mad. They were mad. They were all mad at her though, except for Mimi and and Bobby. I don't even know where Rich Dallas. I did have like, but I think Rich Dallas family's in place. But you gotta let it be. She was getting her get back. That's what she was getting. She was getting her get back. She wanted to get him back. She wanted to pay him back. And then he looked all happy and looking all good, and people looking up to him. She was like, "Nah, not today. I don't know when the last time we're gonna be on a TV show together, but I'm gonna get you because they've been doing Peter and Amina been doing Instagram lives and stuff, after before this show was filmed and everything, so it's almost like I guess they felt like it came out of nowhere, and that's what people were saying until she said, "You embarrassed me for years." And Rich was like, "No, you can't do that. That's messed up." And he was all screaming. And he had that mean screaming voice like he was back in the day on Love and Hip Hop New York when he, was out here as the big manager and everything. All right, y'all. Good night, my peeps, my peoples. She got it back. Yes, she did. She got it back, y'all. She got it back. She got it back. Lurking. Yeah, she got it back. The way that she was just acting, like it was almost like, yo, what is this coming from? And then I just knew it was from that. She was just so mad that a lot of people there was looking up to him. He was behaving. He was like the voice of reason. He wasn't the OP the guns that we see reckless. He didn't come after Shekinah. Shekinah came after him. A few of the girls came for him and tried to basically, talk smack about him, but he ignored it. He wasn't himself. And then everybody was bigging him up. He was dressed really fresh. He had the best outfits on. Him and Jonathan was like the best dressed. Him, Jonathan, and Stevie J was like the best dressed of everybody, of all the guys and everything. And Safaree probably had on the most expensive stuff, but it just didn't look right on his body. He got to find a better. He gotta let Bobby dress him some more, because Bobby's supposed to be his style. Arzel is his stylist. One of them dressed him at one point in time, but that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much. Money, your kiss mouth. If it gets, I know you should do that. He is doing great hosting cheaters. Yeah, and so she just wanted, sometimes when these women get to that point where you're doing so good and they feel all the pain, and how can you be happy and I'm like this and you did me like this, and that moment of envious and I'm gonna bring you down comes over them, and that pain and what he did to her, like, and half of the things that she allowed that to happen. She knew when she met Peter he was with Tyra, and she thought she got married to him. She thought that Peter was gonna cut her off, and he never did, and she was mistakenly thinking. But then on Marriage Boot Camp, she said, it's because she has abandonment issues and father issues. That's what she said. Oh, thank you so much, Norris Tony. I appreciate you. I was supposed to do, we could talk about Tasha too long. Well, it was supposed to do, I was like, yo, I'm already live. Y'all are already here. Maybe I'll do a little small recap of it or something like that. But we will be back tomorrow for Growing Up Hip Hop. I will see you guys. You guys stay blessed. You stay woke. You stay protected. Pray for one another. Pray for yourself. Pray for each other. Pray for me. And I will do the same. My peeps, my peoples, we is in the building, peep squad.